Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the Ringside Beer Show. I am Alex. There's my co-host,
Jason.
Jason, welcome back, man. I felt like we got spoiled this weekend. We had so many good fights, man.
I don't think we should call it spoiled. I think we've earned it. You know, we've been participating and keeping the views up for old Dana White and the UFC and ESPN and everybody that gets paid on our revenues and clicks and such. So I don't think we're necessarily spoiled. I feel like we're entitled to a good end of the year fight card.
Dude, it was amazing. The boxing event and the UFC 256 event, dude. It was
definitely reached
great.
The expectations for sure.
Above for me, man. I was like a little kid in a candy store. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dude, oh my god, this is so great.
Yes, blood, violence, yes.
Oh my god. But yeah, anyways, let's get into our giveaway. We have a giveaway going on. Want to show them a new piece?
A new one. Okay, guys. So we're going to add a little more to the giveaway. We wanted to not just make it, one person that's going to walk away with something. So, once the Conor McGregor is given away, we're going to pick another person to give away this sick little painting here, which I did.
Yes.
It's not quite done all the way, but I'm going to touch it up and finish it out. But this is my version of Dustin Poirier. I swear man. I swear it's not Max Holloway. It's Dustin Poirier. No, I'm just kidding out here. But no, this is, something I wanted to participate in and, have a little fun with as well. So
yeah, I'm excited to see the finished product, and I'm liking it, man. It's more of like a graphic, sticker type.
It's got some color,
Got some color. Mine's black and white. Yeah, yours is color, man. I like it.
Pop a little bit.
I like it, brother. I like it. Good
job,
bro. Good job.
I hope you guys like it as well.
All right, how do they enter?
So this is how you guys enter for the Conor McGregor and for the Dustin Poirier picture. So what you do is go to the Ringside Beer Show on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Then comment Notorious in the comment section in any one of our YouTube videos. And the winner will be announced January 26, 2021. Also, the promotional giveaway is only shipping in the United States, guys.
Yeah, so all our U.S. listeners, thank you. And anybody that's outside of the United States, we appreciate you. But for shipping purposes, we can only have it for the USA.
Absolutely. Well, we just want to see how you guys feel about it. So please, after you comment Notorious, let us know how you feel.
Yeah, drop a line. Just say what's up. If anything, sup with it. That was not planned. That was personal jokes. Dude, you already got that. You already got that in, man. I was like,
man, you and everybody else, bro. I got children saying it. That's the goal, man.
That's going to be a catchphrase. It's going to be on a shirt. It's going to be on one of our shirts. Watch.
Man, that's really the goal. If you guys can design a shirt, let me know. We'll talk about, the monetary side of it. No, I'm just kidding. But hashtag sup with it.
Dude, all right. Well, let's get right into current events. We have Leon Edwards versus Khamzat Chimaev rescheduled for January. Not official.
You did a good job with that. Good job, dude.
I try to just roll with it.
That.
Thank you.
Confident.
I'm going to try one of those with names.
You get an A for effort for sure. Yo, but this fight right here, I am so glad that they rescheduled this. I honestly thought they weren't going to, reschedule this fight for many reasons. Leon Edwards has gotten the crap end of the stick, and he always gets a bad deal no matter what. So, at least for the year of 2020.
Do you think they're going to add it for 257 for on the Conor card?
You know what? They should, because you got to get more hype on that card. Now, don't get me wrong. You got to save your pennies because you're paying old boy McGregor and you're paying Poirier as well, right?
Yeah.
So there's not too much bread to be spread. But with that being said, no, definitely add them onto that card, and I would make it the co-main.
Oh, you would make it the co-main?
Absolutely. Dude. It has implications of, number one contention, and there's a lot of hype behind it, and, I would be for it.
I like it. I like the idea. Or if anything, just put it on the pay-per-view section,
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, you don't do that for free.
Yeah,
no. You don't do that for free.
No, it's so much built up, so much, like everyone feels bad for Leon Edwards. Like, nah, man, you got to put him on the pay-per-view. Give him a little cut because he's been getting just bad after bad. Like, no good luck. He didn't have bad luck. He had no luck at all.
Right, exactly. You don't want. I would rather have no luck than bad luck. But for Chimaev, it seems like they're really pushing him, and they have to keep that. They just have to keep themselves salivating at the fact that he may be, that guy. So you can't just give that away for free. You got to charge people for that.
Yeah.
Because at least we all have that question: what if? We want to see. So
yeah, hopefully they do edit on the card. If not, if it's on a fight night, I'm not complaining. If it's its own thing on a fight night, main event.
Once again, we appreciate, we appreciate tuning in, and we feel like we're entitled to some good fights. I'm just saying.
All right, what do we got up next?
Looks like here we got Max Holloway speaking to Brett Okamoto about leaving his legacy as a competitor. So his quote was, "My mentality is just different. If it was Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan, they would play 10 times just to let people know who is best. If you want to run it back 100 times, we can do it. I'm going to show you that I'm the better guy."
And I like that quote from Max Holloway because that's like he's not afraid to go again. And in my opinion, I thought Max Holloway won both fights.
I agree with you.
Razor thin. It could go either way.
Yes.
Maybe on the first one, but the second one, I felt Max Holloway won it.
Yeah.
By landslide.
The first fight, there's that question of, it could go either which way depending on how you judge a fight. But the second fight was more like, okay, we see here how much you value things as a judge, how much they value certain things in the fight, as per se, what was really going on. And I think us hardcore fans and many people know that Max Holloway did win that fight. So you have to run it back for a third time. Doesn't matter if Volkanovski's up 2-0, It does not matter. That's why there's always that enticement of John Jones and DC, this rivalry. This is, we just want to know who is the more dominant person. And honestly, Max Holloway is the best featherweight champion of all time. I think you give him another opportunity, he's going to let you know who the best is.
On the second fight, wasn't Max Holloway up 3-2? In my opinion, I felt like he was up 3 rounds, and for somehow Alexander was able to snatch the third round, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So,
It just depends on how much you score certain things. But in all honesty, significant strikes, takedowns, they're all different to everybody.
Yeah.
Right? So it's very hard to judge an MMA fight, and I think that the platform that they use is just not appropriate, and it's just not 100% accurate. So,
are you talking about the judging, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
If they were to implement some other type of point system to make the game a little more accurate and a little more fair, and get people who've formerly fought, judges, big John McCarthy's a big advocate, come up with some sort of system. Start it off in the low levels, maybe implement it in Bellator or something. Have that and then I don't know. Slowly start to change.
Well, yeah, because the judges right now mainly are coming from boxing, so they are essentially, looking at this
susceptible
fight
to be
influenced. Yeah, like for example, they'll go after the punches more, or they value the punches more than the takedown.
I was talking about going after the $10,000 in their bank account. Let's just point out the obvious.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's in boxing. That's already given. You kind of know who's going to win already in the beginning of the fight.
Right.
So,
but that's where you see the conflict of interest, where you bring that type of scoring system into a mixed martial arts fight, where people are literally we see what's going on here, and we're getting tired of the robberies. Just getting tired of it.
Yeah, let's do it. Well, what do we got next? We got Anthony Rumble Johnson has mutually parted ways with the UFC and has agreed to terms with Bellator, sources told Ariel Helwani. Johnson is expected to sign his deal imminently, and compete as a light heavyweight in the first half of 2021.
Wow, light heavyweight.
Dude, he's going to Bellator. Now, why did he? I remember they asked Dana, and he was like, "Oh, ask Rumble about it."
Well, let's take a step back here. I mean, do you think he's really going to want to fight any of the light heavyweights if it's not John Jones? Because John Jones ain't the champion.
Oh, in the UFC? Yeah.
Correct. And in all honesty, who knows where he's at in his MMA career? He probably doesn't want to fight the most difficult guys for the same amount of pay. I mean,
but I feel like he has a way better chance of becoming champion in the UFC now that John Jones has left. Granted, is Adesanya's in that division, or he's going to that division.
He's making his way,
but. I mean, Rumble Johnson has the power, dude.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, some power fighters have been exposed recently as well. So the thing is, it really boils down to what's his intention. Is his intention to make some money, or is he to have success? And I feel like if he wants to have money, he would stay at the UFC because they pay better. If you wanted to have some success, you would go to Bellator.
Certain fighters get paid better in the UFC.
Yeah, but
in Bellator, because you're allowed to have more sponsors on your shorts, you technically get paid more through your sponsors.
I do feel
it's a depending on what fighter you are, you could possibly make more money.
And in regards to him here, I feel like he has the ability to come more to the table with, hey, I bring in more revenue. People have been wanting to see me fight for a long time. There's a demand here for me. You know you have to compensate me fairly or else I just won't fight. It's been a long time. So I'm sure if he was really about the money, he would have went to the UFC, stayed there. But now he's really about the legacy is what it feels like. I want to see him come back and win that title. If he can go to Bellator and win. And
I think he's going to win for sure.
Well, you know who else went over there?
I know. Joel Romero.
This boy right here.
And we were just talking about, like, dude, what's he going to do? He has no avenues. Scott Coker was like, nah, we're good. We ain't going to take him. All of a sudden, he just, like, said, you know what? We are going to take him.
And if you look at his Instagram page, he actually is opening a gym.
Oh.
He has an opening for a gym.
I think we influenced
that. The end of this week in
You're
Florida.
welcome.
I'm sure he heard the podcast and was like, I need a gym. You're right. But it's crazy. You know, these things all in a week's time span. If you go back to Ringside Beer Show episode 18, we've talked about it. Yeah. You know, these are things that needed to come into fruition for him. And not only did he sign a multi-fight deal with Bellator, but it was for the light heavyweight division.
Ooh. So you're telling me Yoel Romero, Rumble together?
In the same division.
Oh,
in the same division.
Dude.
In the same promotion. Signed at the same time.
Oh, man. You can just see it. You can see it rumbling right now. See,
and the thing I like about Bellator is they're willing to have that the tournament style to see who can get to that belt. Now, I believe this is still Ryan Bader's belt, or did he lose it at light heavyweight? Or did he lose it at heavyweight? I'm not too sure. Nevertheless, I'm pretty sure either one of these cats can go over there and knock out Ryan Bader.
Oh, yes, man. I'm just excited. If they match these two up, everyone's going to watch that because they're fresh leaving the UFC.
I feel like they can't do it up front, though. You cannot do it as the first fight because you're going to just spoil it, right? You gotta drag it on a little bit, right?
Heck no.
I mean, you can't. You got to take every single piece of carne off the bone, bro. You gotta not put these guys against each other at first. Let them knock out some of your Bellator guys, build up the hype, and then make these guys fight each other.
Yoel Romero's, getting up there. Granted, he's physically can take
both older cats.
Yeah, I know, but like Yoel Romero's getting older. I'm just saying you don't want to risk one of them getting knocked out and you lose that big fight in Bellator.
I mean, just implement a good contract, Scott Coker.
Just saying, man. God, this is exciting, dude.
Yeah, I mean, my view on it is you don't have to rush it. Take a step back. You don't got to rush. But I do say make it percolate. Get these guys sitting at these fights in the stands looking at each other and put them on the camera and like, hey, what's going on?
My view, just set that up next fight, man. Just set it up while they're still hype, man.
God, bro, you don't like And
it's in
other terms, we call this a little foreplay. All right, give it a little foreplay, bro. Come on, you don't gotta go straight to the source.
Nah, you gotta go. You gotta
right in.
Just go straight.
Hey, I mean, there's two methods to the madness. End result, we're all happy.
Everyone's happy.
We're all happy. Bro.
Anyways,
if we can make some other people happy, please.
Yeah, let's go, man.
Let's get a word from our sponsors. Ringside Beer, since 2012, committed to bringing fight fans quality lagers and ales. Ringside Beer is proud to offer fresh beer in both 16-ounce cans and on draft. Look for our flagship American-style lager, Irish-style red ale, or any of our other beers in your area. Shop at ringsidebeerstore.com for t-shirts, hats, and tap handles. Get in touch at ringsidebeer.com. Get in the ring. Be ringside. Ringside
Beer. Oh my God! All right. So
speaking of the horns, my boy.
What?
The horns was going off for old boy right here, dude.
Why?
Anthony Joshua.
Oh yes. So first fight recap is the fight Joshua versus Pulev. And I thought this fight was great, man. Yeah. It was awesome, dude.
There were some horns playing in the background. There were some fireworks going off. There were some people drinking some stuff.
Dude, did you see the fans in the arena?
Yeah, it was nuts, man. It's so nice to see people back.
God, man.
I would
jealous.
like for them to put their masks on and do it 100% appropriately, but
the majority of them didn't have masks, but it was like
good luck.
It was exciting and cool to see fans at a boxing event because you can feel the energy in the fight when Anthony Joshua dropped Pulev in the 3rd round. You could just hear the roar of the fans, and I'm like, oh man, I wish I was there. I was jealous, dude. I ain't gonna lie, I was jealous that I wasn't there.
See the feeling of all that foreplay that now led up to this feeling here, right? That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But no, at the end of the day, it's so nice to see people back and enjoying themselves and actually being an influential part of the fight. Like you said, when you have home court advantage, when you have fans that are screaming your name, or when you have fans that are screaming bleep bleep to the other guy, it's so much more influential to the fight. So I'm all for it, and I'm excited to see people back. I mean, dude, I would prefer them to wear their masks once again, until we're told not to.
Yeah,
but we're getting there.
Dude, the fight was great. Pulev, we didn't hear much of Pulev, but it was he kept on like throwing his tongue out, making fun of Joshua, like, you can't get me. You can't get me. Joshua was like, cool story, bro. 3rd round, dropped you. And he was like, that didn't hurt. All right. Kept on going. 10th round comes around, and he drops him. We're talking flatlined him. I was like,
it was pretty nasty.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go back and see the highlight. Just the actual punches itself, the ending sequence was pretty nasty.
What's cool about it, Joshua was in the pocket, and he was just landing uppercuts, like 4 uppercuts in a row.
It's my favorite type of punch, bro.
Oh, it was exciting, man. If you guys didn't get a chance to watch it. It was well worth the money. And then afterwards, Tyson Fury went to Twitter and says, it's a matter of time. I'll spank you like I did. What's it called? Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder. 2 or 3 rounds. You bum saucer. I don't know what that means. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's on.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. I would like for them to get it on. And from what I've been reading online, it seems like people think that will bring in way more eyes and money.
Oh, that's a huge fight,
Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury rematch for the 3rd time, right? So
yeah.
I mean, it would be something that I'm excited to see. You know how it goes, man, with these cats. I feel like this fight will never happen. I just feel like something's gonna happen. Maybe on the side of Anthony Joshua, where he might duck and dodge. I mean, my boy was doing it for a while.
Dude.
He was talking about fighting Ruiz again, bruh. I don't want to hear it, bruh.
Dude, if it happens in 2021, we're going to have one of the greatest years of fights, man.
Absolutely.
All the big names are coming back. We're just getting spoiled because nothing happened in 2020, really. So
yeah, but if we can clarify, we are not being spoiled with the Floyd Mayweather Logan Paul fight. We are not being rewarded with that at all. We're being punished.
Dude, how crazy would it be if Logan wins?
I want it to happen, bro, because I really want everybody to be like, see, this is why we don't do this stuff.
Dude, if he drops him, a YouTuber drops the greatest boxer in history, like that.
There goes Conor stock too. There goes Conor.
But the crazy thing is, if Logan Paul is able to be successful in that fight, even if he just goes the 10 rounds or whatever, or not the 10 rounds, the 6 rounds, if he's able to go the distance with Floyd or halfway, I mean, that opens up a whole new world of YouTubers versus actual boxers, which I hope it doesn't happen.
I hope we get in that.
I'm pulling for Floyd. What?
Hey, bro.
You're trying to get the smoke?
Saying, if any other MMA podcast really has an issue. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. Take it up with me. Take it up with me on Call of Duty, bro. I do 1-on-1s, 1v1s.
Okay. All right.
For cash.
Well, anyways, Anthony Joshua, congratulations on the win. I was rooting for you. I was screaming when you got the knockout in the 10th round. Great fight, man. Thank you for that performance.
I'm happy that it's allowing the all this other stuff to come to possibility and be to fruition. Yeah.
Tyson Fury, let's get it done. 2021.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on,
Ooh,
baby.
Let's move on to another fight recap, which
is UFC 256. The entire event, man.
Yeah, the entire event, pretty much.
The entire event was fire. Are you cold? Because just put on that fight, and it was fire, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get you guys a little hot and steamy right now. First fight here was Dos Santos versus Gain, and man, let's just say.
Let's go right into it.
I am so glad that Junior Dos Santos did not come out with the win because this is just solidifying my mindset and my thought process. Like, hey, guy, let's just stop while you're ahead. And, now you're going to get released by the UFC, unfortunately. And it's like, if that's not salt on the wound.
Oh, you think he's going to get released? I think they might give him one person.
Yes, because at the end of the day, you got to look at it from a business aspect, right? Old man's losing. Dude hasn't been winning much fights.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He costs a lot of money. He's not just your bum from the Contender Series that we're gonna try. So I'm not saying these guys are bums. I'm just saying like you can't just pay him like any old guy. He's been there. He generates money. He's expected to get a certain amount of money. You got to cut him. You got to cut him. You cannot continue to allow somebody to be their own worst enemy. If you want to let them go to Bellator, I'm all for it.
Now, are you on Junior Dos Santos' side that it was a legal elbow, or are you on Gain?
So
you think it was an illegal elbow?
I did reach out to you right after, and I said that was an illegal shot.
I don't think that was illegal at all.
I feel like 100% I was illegal.
No, I don't think so. When I was watching it, I was like, because Junior Santos was moving away from him and he was turning his head while that elbow was coming in. So in my opinion, I thought it landed. Yes, it landed a little bit on the back. I'm not disagreeing with that.
Right.
But when Junior Dos Santos was moving, it was kind of like, hey, man, the hands is already getting thrown. The elbows, the movement has already there. He can't just stop and then like, okay, let me get you right here because,
I guess, yes, I understand that too.
Like the movement was already in play.
Yes. Well, okay. When I seen it, it almost seemed like Junior Dos Santos had turned and was already in the process of moving, and Gaines saw an opening and said, here's an elbow to the dome, which it felt like when he threw it, he was like, oh, damn, I threw it a little behind the head, but it was like I'm committed anyways, because he did it as he was walking away. So my feeling was that he was almost like a defenseless fighter in the sense of he already had his whole back of the head turned, right? Like you can't sock somebody in the back of the head when you're a fighter. You know that. You know you can't do that, right? So like to attempt to throw the elbow when the back is turned is almost like a defenseless fighter in my eyes.
So I'm on Gaines' side because he was already picking him apart with the legs. He had already got landed a couple good shots with his right hand, and that's what kind of led to where Junior Santos was on the fence moving away, and then the elbow came. So it wasn't like he was winning the fight there. So
yeah, but I mean the name of the game isn't a knockout.
And it wasn't malicious. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't just like,
I don't know. I perceived it in a different manner. I really felt like he had the 1 second to make that decision, whereas I probably shouldn't throw this, but I'm gonna throw it.
Well, in his mind, it was probably going to land on the temple, which
it's tough
that's going to be a KO guarantee.
Right. And it's really tough to expect them to. I mean, they're trying to beat the dog crap out of each other, so it's really hard to expect them to be like, oh, you can only punch in this area, but these guys are prize fighters, right? And so to me, it just felt like it's not always about the knockout. It's a point game. At the end of the day, it's a point game, and the knockout is a potential. You can knock somebody out, but that's not the name of the game. And so when you have somebody's back turned to you like that, I mean, like, I don't know.
Well, he was turning. His back wasn't there. So what I was hearing from the commentators is that behind the ear, legal. Head, illegal. So if you look at the elbow where it lands, it's in that gray area where it's like behind the ear and closer to the head.
Right here, which to me is the back of my head. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, which I like. We have two different opinions. We both saw the same fight, and I was like,
yeah. No, to me, I felt like he had the ability to be conscious in that second and a half to see he's walking away from me, grab him or something, not necessarily elbow. Yeah, exactly. Come around,
uppercut
like
or something?
Martin's saying like come around with the outs like a hook, coming around so you hit the side of the face, or attempting like this, you're coming around. Not necessarily like from this side.
But if you have a split second and you're close to your opponent and you know the elbow is gonna land regardless, and you throw it, you can't stop the motion while it's already in cut.
I guess look at it this way: did he throw a punch or he threw an elbow? He had time to consciously make the decision to throw an elbow instead of a punch.
Well, he threw punches that would rock Junior Santos that made him move away from him, and then he was like, all right, cool, I'm going to go in for the finishing punch elbow.
I do understand. And that's where, it's tough because we don't have a specific, set in stone, that's a defenseless fighter. That's not. It's more like discretion. It's discretion.
And now that fight doesn't happen, or that finish doesn't happen as often. Like as far as like elbow to the back of the head, right? So it's kind of like
we're less likely to see it. We're less likely to know what's fair, what's not fair.
Exactly. So we're kind of like, oh, hey, we saw it finally, but it's like, oh, was that fair or not?
It's
fair?
like, did it make you uncomfortable? Did it not?
Not me. I thought that was legal. So
yeah, I mean, it didn't make me uncomfortable, but I was just like, damn, that was
vicious, bro.
Sketch.
All right, then we have the second fight. We have Kevin Holland versus Jacare Souza.
You want to talk about vicious?
That was vicious.
When have you ever seen somebody knock somebody out? Laying like on their back, dude, like not even in a stationary position,
dude.
No foundation at all. Look at that.
Dude, so Jacare took Kevin down. Kevin came around with his leg like this. Somehow his hand came this way.
Karate master, bro.
As Jacare was kind of on his knees, leaning back, Kevin swung and connected on the forehead. I believe he connected again on the mouth.
Yep.
Got on top of him, landed about 4 or 5 straight right to the head. Nasty ones.
Out.
Yeah, look at the next photo. It is... So he stands up right, but look at Jacare on his knees taking every shot to the face.
And he's already out right there.
He was out cold.
And he probably took that one too. I don't think that one got stopped.
No, he had about 4 or 5 shots landed on his face after the first 2 that rocked him on his knees, which was crazy, man.
Devastating. That was devastating for Jacare. He's probably another guy that gets cut.
And Kevin Holland, funny. Did you hear his commentary while in the fight?
No, I didn't hear it during the fight.
While Jacare's on top of him, Kevin's like, oh, bro, I've been dreaming about this. And Jacare's like, what the heck are you talking about? I think that threw him off his game because then the right hand started coming afterwards.
I know he talked about it after the fight where he said that he had dreamed about, fighting Jacare and it went a way different way. But I didn't know he was saying that during the fight. And that would probably throw me off too, bro.
Yeah, he was like, bro, I've been dreaming about this. Like, what the heck is wrong with you, bro? You dreaming about me? Like, what?
I mean, we're all used to Khabib saying, talk now. Talk now.
Yeah, but Kevin, oh my God, his trash talk is hilarious. It's funny. It's entertaining.
Right.
And especially during the fight, like what are you thinking, man? Like, you could lose.
Confidence, bro.
Exactly. I think he already knew he was going to win.
And let's talk about it. Let's talk about winning.
What's that, Martin?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was. So Martin says Kevin Holland was taking a hit, and he was saying Jacare, that was a good hit, and he was just talking shit the whole time.
Yeah, he was embracing the suck, man. It felt good to see him do that. And let's talk about winning, bro. He's won 5 fights this year. Like not 1, not 2, not 4, 5, bro.
Am I crazy? I thought he was 7. It was 5 total.
Yeah, it's 5 total.
Man, dude, I could.
He got booked for 7. I think two fights fell out, but he booked for a fight the next
most wins this year.
He deserves it, man. He's a straight gangster, straight karate master, bro. I really like this dude, and he's got the personality to go with it.
God, man,
and he's intelligent, man. He's not just like some cat out there talking smack.
Yeah, if he keeps on winning, dude, he's gonna be a huge star. Star.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely.
I'm telling you, man.
Absolutely. Keep him fighting these guys. You know that he can put out like that. I mean, you can put him against the Jacares and such.
And that was a first round KO. It was beautiful to watch, man. Beautiful.
Yeah, man. Super excited for the guy, bro.
Dude, next fight up, we have Mackenzie Dern versus Virna Jandiroba.
So
who did you have on this one when it first started?
Mackenzie Dern.
Did you?
I think no. I don't know.
I had Virna just because I wasn't sure.
Likely I went the opposite of you.
So. This was the one I was like, flip a coin. I have no idea who's gonna win. I thought Virna was gonna have more of the striking advantage, but quickly Mackenzie Dern was more dominant. Like she was. But man, when she was coming in and Virna came up with that elbow and cut Mackenzie's nose.
Yeah.
She went back to her corner. I believe that was in the second round. She went back to her corner. Was like, "Hey, is my nose broken?" And the corner was like, "Nah, man, it ain't broken."
So let's
don't even worry about that.
Let's talk a little bit about that. How significant is your corner? In that situation, like she could have went into a panic mode, and like freaked out or just got in her own head. And they literally no tone of voice changed, nothing. No, you're fine. You're fine. It's fine. Like literally, you're good. And then went right into what they need to do. And you could tell she was touching it, but she was refocused on what she had to do.
Yeah.
And man, it was such a good fight, dude. It did not go how I thought it was going to go, But it ended up being like a super entertaining fight.
Super entertaining. Great job from the women. It was amazing to watch. They didn't back down because I thought it was going to be more of a jiu-jitsu match.
That's what I thought.
That's exactly what I thought because I was like, oh, maybe they're just going to go at it.
They both respected their jiu-jitsu, I think.
And that's one thing Mackenzie Dern said during the post-fight interview. He's like, hey, man, she had really good takedown defense. And so then we had to bang. We had to stand up and fight, So that was exciting.
Did you see the meme where it was, you know how they had old boy Michael something from the old commentator from the UFC, and he's now in Bellator. And he's like, virtually identical.
For both of the chicks?
No, okay. No. So they had that, but they had Jandirson and my boy freaking he was
hold on. You're talking
Rob Schneider.
Oh,
did you see that?
No.
Did you see that?
Man.
Did you see that? Dang, man, that was the meme of the year, bro. I showed Anna and she was like,
oh, that's so mean, dude.
I'm just saying, hey, we got to keep it. This is a comedy show as well, okay?
Yeah.
At least on my side, I'll take the heat, all right? But that I didn't post that. I didn't make it up. I didn't even think of that. I'm just relaying. Did you see that?
Man, dude. Saying. Oh, man. But yeah, I feel bad. I thought Virna was going to do a little bit. She actually did pretty great, but it was just, I thought her striking was going to do a little bit. Yeah. Mackenzie, give it credit to Mackenzie. She's been improving every fight.
Not only that, she just came back from having a child.
Dude, I think it's like that.
How do you bounce back like that?
Dude, that mama bear instinct is in her now.
Yeah, man.
That's something. Michelle Watterson would always say. She was always like that. When I go in the cage, it's mama bear.
Mama bear.
So,
mom champ.
All right, man. We got the co-main event. Oh my God, Tony Ferguson versus Charles Oliveira.
Oh my God.
And
how did that guy not tap?
Look at that elbow. Look at that.
Yo, bent the opposite way that it's supposed to go. And let's look at Oliveira. He's fully extended. He's actually hyperextended. He has his hips up. He's cranking on his arm, bro. He's got the feet locked in. Tony is look at that neck, bro. How are you breathing? How are you functioning? How did you not tap, bro?
He got lucky when the round ended. It was
Let's give a little credit to his training because this boy is so unorthodox. He probably stretches like that.
Dude, probably. I mean, but it felt bad because this was a crossroads for Tony Ferguson. Like, he needed this win.
Broke my heart, dude.
God, man. Now we kind of know, hey, man, was the Justin Gaethje fight like a sign of things to come?
Khabib said it best, man. You can't take damage like that and be normal. Even if you're Tony Ferguson. You can't. You just can't.
Is it me? Did he just look a lot older in this fight? Like, he just couldn't get his rhythm. He didn't like the whole fight. Charles Oliveira was dominating the entire fight.
I think he has his mindset on staying active and moving, and not necessarily in an efficient manner to where he's actually setting up or anything. It's just more like he's just staying not stagnant. That's what I'm picking up more from Tony. And then it also feels like he is slower, and he is not willing to embrace the suck like he used to. Now, this picture, yes, he is willing to embrace the suck, but I'm talking about when it comes down to the putazos. Like, you could tell he doesn't want to stay in the pocket and throw an exchange. He doesn't want to take one to give one. Nah. It's more like he's trying to utilize his other skills, but that's not what Tony does, man. And this is the result.
Yeah, I give it up to Charles Oliveira, man. He's been improving his game for the longest time, and
he's trending so much in the right direction.
Yeah, I just felt so bad because Tony Ferguson is one of our favorites. He signed our poster at the event.
We got a picture with dude, man. Like, we have a personal interest in seeing that guy succeed, but also I can only speak for myself, but I'm aware that this is the time, man, where these guys are transitioning out. Some guys just won't leave, like Diego Sanchez. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing old boy leave, but this one here, when you see these guys losing, and this might be the end of it for him. It hurts, man. It hurts.
He has a couple. I would say he has maybe 2 more fights. 3.
For what, bro?
Because he's not. Look at he's been in the top ranks. He's been like top 5 for how long of his career, right?
If he wins the next 2 fights, does he get a title shot?
I think you would have to. You would have to because he's still one of the top guys, man.
I don't think you do.
No,
I don't think you do.
So this is never know. I mean, we'll see.
Know. Yeah, I mean, guys get injured, such and such. Okay, so this is like my thing. Do you want to see him against Michael Chandler now?
I don't know, man.
Exactly.
But the thing
like
is,
spoiled,
we don't know,
right? So, like, if you don't even want to see him against him, bro.
Well, the thing is, we don't know how Michael Chandler is because he hasn't even had one fight in the UFC yet. So,
right, but I do feel like that works also in my favor of the argument. It's like we don't know what he has to offer, but we sure know what Tony has to offer now, you know?
Yeah, well, for Tony Ferguson, he's been fighting top contenders for the past, I don't even know how many years. Like, he's been fighting top level 5 opponents. And it's not like he's fighting, hey, I'm fighting number 15, I lost. No, he's fighting number 1s, number 2s, number 3s for, I don't know how many years?
I know, but still, it's like, all right, but if you give him, okay,
you're like, damn, you made a good point right there, bro. All right, hold on.
You give him a no-name guy, you get him a win, you put him back up there. Is he going to win against these guys? Like the style just doesn't match up well against any of the top 5 guys. You just don't.
Well, you still maybe closer to 10, 11th ranked person. I would say maybe around that area and see where he's at. Because if you can't win on the 11th, 12th ranked opponent, then you got to, start seeing where he's at,
Okay. I'm okay with that. You give him a top 15 guy, somebody in the 10 to 15. Give him one of those guys to hopefully get him a win.
I agree, yeah.
You don't give him that. I mean, if you give him that and he doesn't win, cut him, let him go to Bellator. Just like every other UFC fighter. Cut him, let him go to Bellator.
Scott Coker's going to be like, I ain't going to take him. Week later, I'll take him.
Yeah, he's going to be like, nah, I don't want that. And then in reality, send a text message. Meet up. Send location. You know how it goes, man.
Oh, I know how it goes.
Scott Coker loves the leftovers, boy.
Oh, sloppy seconds? Be like, you're out.
More like freaking thirds, boy.
All right, man. And then we have potential fight of the year.
In my eyes, it is fight of the year.
Now, I completely forgot about Joanna and
Zhang Wei
Li. That also happened this year before the shutdown. I thought that happened about a couple years ago. I'm not even gonna die.
It felt like it.
Right?
It genuinely felt like this was at least a year and a half, 2 years ago. But when we look at this fight here, it's very hard to not take into consideration the flyweight division in total.
Yeah.
And to understand that the talent wasn't there for so long, and now to see these guys so talented and so willing to go to war, so game, bro.
God, man.
And willing to break their orbital and willing to just keep pushing, willing to, apparently Figueiredo had Moreno had an arm that popped out too. These guys dealt with a lot of adversity in this fight, and it's kind of hard, man. I would flip the coin when it came down to the Zhang Wei Li and Joanna and the Figueiredo Moreno. Flip of the coin.
I would say both are fight of the years. This one's male. Other one's female.
Yes.
Both fight of the years.
Yep.
There's no way you cannot give them number 1 spots, and for the women division and then for the male division. There's no way.
I'm totally okay with that. And then another thing too is to look at where we're at in the year now, and to see what these fighters have to go through, and to still put on this, right? They can't have real training camps like how it was and such. It's a little different now. As per se, back then there's open. So,
yeah.
These are all things that come into play, but 100% make it the women's and the men's fight of the year.
Now,
all for that.
Now, how do you think the fight went? Because the first round, I scored it for Figueiredo, the champ.
I agree.
Second round went for Brandon Moreno, in my opinion.
I agree. Now, people will say it was close, but...
No, I give it to Moreno.
Okay.
Third round, that's where the fight started shifting. I thought Moreno was picking up steam, and then he got eye-poked.
He
got eye-poked in the second round, right? And then in the third round, he got kicked to the, his privates. And I rewatching that fight.
Heard it too,
dude. I felt so bad because, dude, he was on the ground for 3 minutes. Just
yeah, you just hear the.
But so this is the thing. The momentum was going to Moreno. In my eyes, it felt like, okay, you just eye-poked your opponent. He was actually willing to go toe to toe with you. You can't put him away, and then you go do a nut shot, which I felt was intentional because
it was low.
It was because I was like, all right, he wasn't turning his hips to be an inside leg kick. He wasn't going straight to the stomach where it was like, okay, I kind of graze his privates and they win it. Dude, it almost looked like it was intentional to the nut shot. Like it was like poof, right?
Well, you get one for free.
Now,
he didn't get one for free, but I mean.
Now, that's where I'm like, okay, Moreno even came back and won that third round, in my opinion. Because, granted, if you take a point from Figueiredo, that's automatically Moreno's fight. Like, I felt like 100%. He won that.
So, even if he won that round, doesn't that make it a 10-8?
Yeah, it was a 10-8. So what happened was the fourth round, everyone thought it was a draw. The majority of the judges thought it was a draw. And in my eyes, I thought Moreno won the fourth round as well.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
So, and then the fifth round, Figueiredo, because Moreno was injured, he wasn't really throwing much. He was kind of defending because he thought he had won the 3 rounds.
But even that was a close round.
Now, that was a close round because both fighters weren't really throwing as much in the fifth round. But I did give it to the champ because I was like, okay, you know what? He threw a little bit more. I don't see how he did. He pushed the pace. He was the dominant one. But which is crazy. One of the judges gave it to Moreno. I was like, whoa, I even know that was. I'm biased for my Mexican dude, and I know that it wasn't for his round. You know.
Then again, though, they're probably taking into consideration the eye poke, the nut kick, the everything that he went through, and to go into that fifth round and to still be standing up and to still be fighting effectively, still throwing punches that were landing. I'm sure in their perception, obviously he's a little bit biased, right? It's perception. But yeah. I'm sure, to me, it was such a close round that, I wouldn't have been upset if it went either way. Because in my eyes, I had Brandon Moreno winning that fight after the third round. Like, as soon as he passed that third round, to me it was, there's nothing Figueiredo can do that's going to beat this guy. Like, there's just nothing he can do.
Now, I felt when he got hit in his nuts pretty much, I felt like the fight just shifted, and I was like, dude, like Moreno was winning the fight. He was winning the fight, and I felt like that was
a little bit, but
it's a disadvantage because I'm like, dude, and that almost looked, that was so intentional. Your eye pokes, your leg kick. Now, granted, he might have not done it intentionally, but it looked intentional in my eyes.
Yeah, no, it definitely felt intentional. At the end of the day, what I look at, is like, okay, towards the end of the fight, who's throwing more strikes? And it felt like Figueiredo was throwing the one shot that would land.
The power shots. And then
exactly. Moreno was landing more combos. And so although Figueiredo was pushing, it was just the push and then the one punch. And then Moreno would move, punch.
Now,
man. I don't know. I like that part. I like that in a fighter, as per se, not to just power striker. Because you still got some strength and stuff, but like it's just volume points. Once again, it's not always about the knockout, man. It's a point game.
Yeah, I agree. It was in my eyes, Moreno won. But a lot of people were saying Figueiredo won, so I'm like, hey, dude, they have to run that fight again.
It's hard, man, because we're not in the days of where you have to dominate the champion anymore. It could be something as simple as, one person felt a different way, and it could go to a vote. But at the end of the day, this is a fight you have to run back.
Well, you have to run that.
You have to.
Moreno's down for it. Figueiredo, what did he say?
Not so much, bro. So you can tell he was real. If somebody just beat my ass, I would like to run it back immediately. But he felt like, he was like, whoever the UFC will put in front of me is who I'll fight. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we can run it back, but I'll fight whoever they put in front of me. But I just want to go home and rest, And it's like, yeah, that's great and all, but like, bruh, that's a draw.
That was a draw.
How do you leave there even like able to say like that you're okay with that? No, you have to be not okay with it.
You have to run it back. I think in his mind, he's like, dude, this is the first guy I haven't been able to put away, to sleep, to submit in right way. This was such a hard fight for him to win, where he's like, dude, this was, I don't know if I want to go to war again with this Mexican brawler, you know what I'm saying?
It was like you said, it was just a war. Like not only did he fight this guy, but Moreno sent him to the hospital. Like, if you look at the pictures after the fight, my boy Figueiredo was in a stretcher. Yeah. They sent him to the hospital, and I'm pretty sure Moreno was walking away. So it just goes to show you, like, man, after, the dust settles, we all see clearly who won that fight. And I'm getting real tired of these highway robberies, man. You know what I'm saying? We want to see my boys out here, my gente. We want to see them fucking, excuse my language, but I'm getting pissed off, all right? I'm going to get pissed off because I really wanted Moreno to be, the first Mexican flyweight champ, not Cejudo. Because you from America, my boy. You fought in the you did wrestling in the Olympics for who? The United States, bro. You're not real 100% Mexican. So I really wanted to see him win, and I felt he earned that, bro.
Dude, he definitely earned it.
I like Figueiredo as a champion, but come on, bro.
And it's funny because a lot of people were not like. I almost felt like this card was like underrated. Everyone was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to watch it or what. And I'm like, dude, this fight is going to be sick, guys. It's going to be great.
I feel like people slept on it.
And it ended up being the greatest card this year, in my opinion,
Yeah, no.
The entire card.
Complete card from top to bottom was definitely the best card. Now, there were some that were pretty damn close, and I love that because the UFC did a really good job in the midst of a pandemic, in the middle of having to cut fighters, in the middle of not knowing where your revenue's coming from. No pay-per-views, no fans. These were crazy times, and to see the kind of fights that they put on, man, the fight nights, the contender series, everything, man. Thank you.
Dude, great job by the matchmakers as well, man. It was just great. It was great.
You guys did a great job. But if you ever need a break, you know who to call.
What, you trying to get in there?
Hey, I'm always available, bro.
Yo, just
My
constant
schedule
promoting,
is
bro.
Open, boy.
All right, man.
Freelancer.
Well, the recaps were just great, man. The entire event, both events, the boxing, Anthony Joshua Pulev, and UFC 256, both great. Definitely worth the money. I didn't feel like I got robbed for either event. I was like, when you pay for an event and it's like, you know what? I kind of wish I didn't pay for it.
Yeah.
You
really want to make sure that fight tickles your fancy. So I'm glad your fancy got tickled.
Yeah. And this one I was like, you know what? I'm glad they took my money because I'm like, I felt like I got more than I paid for, so.
Absolutely.
All right, man. So let's get into the fights this week. This Friday, guys, on DAZN, we have Triple G versus, you're going to have to help me out with this.
I love how I say it.
Shirzameta for the middleweight world title, December 18th, guys,
Hold on,
DAZN.
my boy. Did you say Friday?
Friday.
So you mean on Friday I can watch my boy Gennady Golovkin defend his belts on DAZN?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. Well, what about the next day?
Saturday, we have Canelo Alvarez fighting Callum Smith for the vacant WBC super middleweight title.
Whoa. Well, in addition to the WBA super middleweight title, Matchroom Boxing, the WBC, and Canelo Promotions announced that the WBC's version of the belt will also be on the line. Dang.
Dude.
This is gnarly. So, a couple belts are on the line. I like this. This is enticing for Canelo. I want to see where he's at with all this rest. Who knows about the ring rust and such? I'm sure my boy's been putting in work down there.
Yeah. Well, this is his first fight without Golden Boy. After the whole lawsuit, and
that boy could be rolling in the dough.
So now he's taking the Mayweather blueprint, where he's his own promoter, Canelo Promotions.
Yep.
And exciting, right?
No,
so
it's
you get
extremely exciting.
So you get Triple G Friday, you get Canelo Saturday, and on top of that, you get the UFC Fight Night, Thompson versus Neal. And guess who's the co-main event for that, boy?
Let me know.
Jose Aldo versus Chito Vera.
Oh, God, bro. Chito's back.
Chito's back, baby.
Like he never left, my boy.
Oh, my God. I'm excited for that one. That should have been a main event on its own. But, dude, it's great for a co-main event. It's free. Free 99.
Yeah, I'm saying free 99
on ESPN Plus.
Tuning in. Oh, so let's talk a little bit about that fight. So I'm a little concerned for Chito Vera. So me and my boss were talking, man, and I'm a little concerned because Jose Aldo looks so good at that weight, man. He looks so damn good at that weight.
Well, this is a test.
Super competitive. He's probably won a fight or two down there. So it's really hard, bro. It's really hard.
This is the thing. Jose Aldo, yes, he is looking great, but he is long in the tooth. He's been in the sport. He's a veteran. This is going to be, hey, can Jose Aldo keep up with the up-and-comers like Chito Vera? Can Chito Vera handle the veteran like Jose Aldo?
That is the question.
That's why this fight is so great, because we don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
Is Chito going to destroy Jose Aldo, get catapulted to maybe a title fight, maybe a fight against Max Holloway? Bro.
Right. And this is the thing. So, if you guys are betting, do not listen to me, right? I don't want you to take anything I'm saying.
Do not even call anybody on this fight, man. Don't even jinx it, bro.
But, I'm literally concerned for Chito Vera a little bit. I honestly have a feeling Jose Aldo might pull something out the bag and look damn good.
Okay, cool.
And I'm not even a Jose Aldo fan, bro.
I thought you were going to pick Chito Vera because I'm like,
No. I'm telling you, man, I have a feeling. I just have a feeling that Jose Aldo, he's just not done.
Okay, you guys heard it here first. Jason has a feeling on Jose Aldo.
When do you ever hear me talking good about an old fighter either? Let alone Jose Aldo.
Dude, so it sounds like you're trying to make a bet here.
Nah, man.
What? Hold up, guys. How can you talk and say Jose Aldo, you got a feeling about Jose Aldo, and I'm over here, hey, this is
when you're playing with house money, boy, that's what you can say.
Just, hey, something small.
All right, $5.
$5 it is, brother. All right, here we go. Dude, something better not happen where they get pulled out of this fight. I swear to God, I would be so pissed.
And that, I don't know.
Because that's what happened on our last bet.
I'm telling you, dude, I got the juju when it comes to that stuff. Either whoever I pick loses or the damn fight gets canceled.
Dude, I mean, that's what happened with Derek Lewis and Courage the Blaze.
Please. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but please don't let this fight get canceled. I want to give this thing away, all right? I want to give this away.
Well, either way, we're going to give it away after that day. I don't think it's going to get canceled, so we'll give it away no matter what.
Yeah, the UFC's going to make that happen.
Yeah, our listeners are loyal, so hey, we gotta treat you guys.
Most loyal, man. Most loyal. Appreciate it.
Most loyal. Well, with that being said, remind the guys about the art giveaway.
Yes, guys. So please, if you'd like to participate in the Conor McGregor Dustin Poirier giveaway, you can subscribe to the Ringside Beer Show on YouTube and just turn on the notifications. Also comment Notorious in the comment section in any of our videos there, and we will announce the winner on January 26th. Just a reminder, guys, it only ships in the United States.
Yes, and with that being said, man, we want to thank you guys for another episode, another great day, man, another just we appreciate you guys. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So, and with that being said,
be ringside.
Be ringside, guys. See you on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.